Welcome to the Steve Reeve Podcast with the best moments from the past week and a few things that didn't make it to air. Thursday.
Start up in the morning, and you end up seeing just a ton of different election signs. Who the heck is that person? I don't think I've seen that name before. Is that a real one? Well, you got to get yourself informed before you do cast that vote, and that's why we are here to help. Feeling overwhelmed with dozens and dozens of names on this year's ballot? It's like Tinder meets a phone book for the municipal election. That's why we've created Candidate Speed Dating, where you've got just 10 seconds to meet the perfect counselor, or at least remember their name. Call me Derek. I don't play by the rules. Unless we're talking about parking enforcement, then yes, absolutely rules. Hi, I'm Linda. I believe in open communication, fiscal responsibility, and candlelit dinners under the glow of a brand new LED streetlight. Sup? I'm Tyler. Vote for me and I'll totally name a roundabout after you. First come, first served. So many choices, so little time. Candidate speed dating, because finding true love is hard, but picking a school trustee is harder. Characters in this radio comedy bit are fictional. Please research actual candidates before casting votes. Dolly Parton is such a delight, such a treasure. I mean, the aura alone, but beyond that, also the good things that she's done. I mean, encouraging reading and giving kids access to books, to literature across the world, and especially here in North America. I mean, that's a cool thing. How can you knock that? Dollywood's an awesome place I would love to visit one day. And thankfully, Dolly's doing just fine. Okay, maybe not perfect, but in her own words, to dispel any of the concerns over her imminent demise, she's here to say she ain't dead yet.
I want you to know that I'm okay. I've got some problems, as I mentioned, back when my husband Carl was very sick. That was for a long time, and then when he passed, I didn't take care of myself, so I let a lot of things go that I should have been taken care of. When I got around to it, the doctor said, we need to take care of this, we need to take care of that. Nothing major. I'm not dying.
And we're so glad for it. Hey, you do got to take care of this and that. Everybody does.
You're listening to the Steve Reeve Podcast from 100.5 Cruz FM.
It's time for Cruz Music News with Steve Reeve.
To start things off, how about a delicious smoothie direct from the Smashing Pumpkins? They have revealed that at Erewhon, a United States grocery chain, they're going to be selling the OG Goth smoothie, which is described as a nutty, decadent blend reminiscent of your favorite chocolate treats, no tricks, available until November 8th, and to purchase for $19.79, like the song from 1995. That's a lot of money. It's good to know. Helps to know that a lot of the portions of proceeds will be going to the Concussion Legacy Foundation, a cause that is very dear to Billy Corgan's heart as he sits on the organization's National Advisory Board. Oasis is doing more than just reuniting in the eyes of Richard Ashcroft, who has been touring alongside them. He says, we'll probably see this come through into the culture in 3 years' time. He says that their reunion has been a real catalyst for young fans. People who were around during their first run, of course, very excited, but it has awakened something new in people who weren't around at the time. And Gene Simmons is doing well after a vehicle situation in Malibu. A car crash sent him to the hospital briefly after he passed out behind the wheel. And no cause yet deciphered, but whether it was fainting, passing out, or something otherwise, it doesn't seem that there is anything nefarious on the go, no illegal activities whatsoever, and thankfully he has made a quick recovery after the incident. Triple play hat trick for Toronto yesterday, it turns out. And I don't mean any one team getting it. I mean the Jays, the Leafs, and the Raptors all won their respective games, though only one of those games was in Toronto. So, to clarify, the Jays, of course, finished up the series over the Yankees in New York to advance to the ALCS. First time they've done it since 2016. And the Raptors won their preseason game in Sacramento versus the Kings as well. And the Leafs beat the Canadiens during their home opener. Before playing footage of the Jays win, in Canadian solidarity, what's extra interesting is the scores for two of those three different games of three different sports were the same. Both the Jays and the Leafs won their games 5-2.
Friday.
John Candy The late, the great, was born in Newmarket, Ontario on Halloween 1950. Just a few weeks shy of 75 years later, the documentary John Candy, I Like Me, has arrived as of today, streaming on Prime Video after first having its premiere at TIFF earlier this year. SCTV was always on while I was growing up. Splash, Spaceballs, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck, Home Alone, Cool Runnings, Rookie of the Year. Year after year, he sustained us with memorable, lovable roles that are carried with us today. Even after he died in 1994 due to a heart attack, he was still entertaining us with Wagons East and Canadian Bacon releasing after his passing. It's going to be a hard time watching through all of the people that knew him in his actual life, not just us watching the national treasure, a huge part of our childhood, through a filter of a staticky CRT TV with bunny ears on top of it in the living room.
I've made winning my whole life, and when you make winning your whole life, you have to keep on winning.
You've been in more turkeys than a stuffing mix.
I think the weight of everything he was doing was just too much.
The hazard of this business is that it's very unhealthy for people pleasers.
You can't really do favors for people.
It's a bottomless cup of coffee.
There is nothing stopping me from watching this documentary today. Obviously, that clip, a little bit more on the doom and gloom side, but there's going to be such uplifting and wholesome moments as well. And such was the life of the absolute treasure, who was John Candy. Starting things off, there will be a new concert film starring Elvis Presley. This coming from Baz Luhrmann, who was behind the 2022 biopic Elvis starring Austin Butler. But while they were researching and developing that film, a ton of new footage of Elvis was discovered. And next year, we're going to be able to see this actual footage in 2026, though it did premiere at the Toronto Film Festival this September. Elvis Presley in concert, Epic is the title, is going to mark, of course, a residency in the Vegas vicinity in the 60s and 70s, and a ton of other little tiny bits and pieces of iconography and footage that have been found along the way. Also in the news, No Doubt are headed to that area, Las Vegas residency of their own at the Sphere in 2026. It will actually be a bit historic, as it's considered the first female-fronted band to headline that venue. Of course, they are in a strange period of their career, having been on hiatus for so long, but having reunited once again just in the last year or so, and now a huge residency at a huge and very, very well-known venue is going to be starting between May and June sometime. No official announcement. Of course, no tickets on sale just yet, but they will be scooped up the second that they are. That's it for your music news this morning. Not quite a Halloween yet, but it is Scary Movie Month, and Gushers, yes, Gushers made a horror movie. I'm not joking, this is not a setup. It is a short film called Fruithead, starring the great Bradley Whitford, who's just so great and has been in so many other movies. The plot? What if before they figured out the CGI for those 90s Gushers commercials, an overzealous commercial director turned to the dark arts to make an authentic fruit-headed kid just to make a mark on the industry? And what if that kid grew up and came back for revenge?
Mother of God. I was reminded every day by strangers pointing and laughing, by the tailor who had to adjust my necklines because the shirts I liked wouldn't fit over my deformed strawberry head.
An actual clip. A real portion of this 9-minute film that you can watch right now on Gushers' YouTube account. Of course, I love this so much. We got it linked for you at the blog at the website cruzradio.com as well. Unreal.
Transmission over. Want more Steve? New podcast episodes happen every Friday, or just tune into the Steve Reeve Show. Weekday mornings starting at 5:30 a.m. on 100.5 Cruz FM.